see. What's up, everybody? I know this is a random stream today, but I'm here with IMX Squirrels, the person who is in charge of it all. He is Big Nut in the Discord, and today we're just going to talk about his project, which is IMX Squirrels, that will be minting tomorrow. So the floor is yours. I'll as you're introducing yourself, I'll go ahead and share this video with Twitter and Discord, and we'll get the ball rolling. I'll send it to you over to your messages as well, so you can share it with whoever you'd like.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's great. If you can send me the link, I can put it in the Discord and have people watch if they want to, so that I can get that off my list. Because there's not something where I can click that gives me the link, right?
Yeah, I'll shoot you over the link right now.
Good.
Here we go. Yeah, I just sent it to you over Twitter, excellent. And I'll go ahead and post as well.
Wait, these are boomer problems because I'm a boomer.
No worries. No worries.
Wait, let me post it and then I'll start talking.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm posting it as well. And for whoever's in here right now, I appreciate your patience. We'll get started in just a minute. StreamYard limits being able to share links beforehand, so that's what we're doing right now.
StreamYard like a big thing?
It's getting bigger on I feel like YouTube. It's just easy. Like I use Streamlabs OBS I used to use that to do interviews, and it's just so much like different like layers to it. Whereas StreamYard kind of like compiles everything for you, and it's as simple as like sending an invite. It kind of sets up the screens for you, and it's just easy to navigate. Yeah, and for the better version, you don't really pay that much for it, so it's more practical.
Yeah, it's really nice if you can just push a button and it works. Because I've made quite a few videos. I'm a business owner and have been for a while, and well, the experience. You make a video, and then after like your masterpiece is done, you find out that the sound wasn't on or something stupid.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. It happened actually a couple of weeks ago. I made like a 10-minute video, and I felt pretty good about it. And I went in to realize that I muted my mic for part of it, and I forgot to unmute it. I had to reshoot like the entire thing. It's tragic.
Yeah, well, that's very familiar. I know the feeling. So let's see. Short introduction. I'm Big Nut in the Discord. We're launching November 3rd, and like the picture says, we're a zombie squirrel project. Actually, our initial drop was the convicted squirrels. So a bunch of squirrels that were convicted for several crimes, and we did that. And then our next drop is basically the IMX Squirrels, and for us, IMX was a pretty logical next step because the gas prices are so insane. It gets worse by the day almost. I mean, you regularly get these. I think I saw a thread on Twitter yesterday from someone, can't remember who, but that basically said, well, any NFT below a certain limit, so I don't know, 0.05 or something, is almost dead in the water because you're paying more than more in gas than in the actual NFT price. So IMX was for us a logical step. Made sense to do that, and I do think that remember when we thought that the big ETH upgrade would fix all this, and then it didn't fix anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was lame. And now it looks like IMX is fixing that issue. We were talking before we went live. like it because it's new tech, it offers it offers new possibilities, but also it comes with its own challenges because it's so early. But I have the impression that they're quickly fixing whatever like stuff they're still working on. Like it has some startup problems, but I was talking to to Zilla, the guy from AstroBros, and
Oh
they were
yeah,
like
I've talked to Zilla
early.
on quite a few
Yeah,
occasions.
he's very cool, but he was like early, right? Like at the
Yeah.
genesis of this all, and I think he had to like mint them to his own wallet and then sell them through. Like he had even more workarounds.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah,
I bought a few off launch.
yeah, yeah. My actually my partner has like 28 AstroBros or something.
Oh my goodness.
He's an
Wow.
Astro whale.
Wow.
And we did you see that we actually made a hybrid zombie squirrel AstroBro?
I did not see that. That's awesome, man.
Oh, you missed it. Wait.
I did.
Let me see if I can show you that. That's really cool. Because like we like that project, and we like Zilla as well. So we have 10 1-1 squirrels, like completely unique ones, and one of the custom ones will be the Astro Bro. And like we're still working on the details, but what we're probably going to do is do something where the 1-1 Astro Bro zombie squirrel will be like raffled off between like people that own both a zombie and an Astro Bro, so they have a chance to get that.
That's really cool.
Mm. So let's see.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, I think AstroBros was actually, I think they were the first contract on Immutable, but Crows was able to launch before they were able to launch, if my understanding is correctly. So they technically weren't the first project, like as far as minting goes, because Crows were able to get that faster. But I believe AstroBros is actually like the Genesis project.
Yeah, true. And it's I think it's awesome too, because like for us, they were more or less the inspiration to go this route, right? They because you're looking at alternatives, and at that, like then Solana was pretty popular, but that would require like a pretty big pivot in smart contract stuff. Like we knew how to use the ETH chain, and the IMX is pretty similar, has some differences, but I like Solana, but it also has, I believe, a different way of hosting the images. Like like at least I'm not a developer, and that's pretty obvious when you hear me talk. But what it came down to was that it was pretty complicated to pivot to that chain, and easier to do it on IMX.
Yeah,
and it's less crowded also, and it's fun to do something new.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I sent you the Astro Bro on the Twitter DM. No idea how to show it here, but I'll just chalk that up as my boomer being.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
That's pretty sweet. I like it.
That even a 6-pack. Like,
heck yeah, man.
Cool, man.
I like it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's see. Like, and for what we one of the big things for us was the gasless stuff, and we wanted to do something like something special. Like I was talking before, I'm a business owner, and I have been for a long time. And when I decided to get into the NFTs, I didn't want to do like a pure copycat or me too of something else, where you're a lot of these things, you see the roadmap, And if you didn't see the name of the project, you could switch it out with any other project and it'd be the same. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have anything different. And we wanted to do something different. And like the way we did that, among other things, is like we'll be the first, as far as I know, the first collection to actually publish a hardbound book of our lore.
Yeah. I saw that on the roadmap. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's so and every NFT sold will include one copy of that hardbound book. So you'll be
Oh,
able to
what?
claim that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah.
Heck?
Like that's something. Is it like? Oh yeah, and that's 0.5 actually. If you scroll a little bit more down. So like the book is being written live in Discord, and every couple of days a new chapter drops. I think we're at chapter 7 now. And what we'll do is basically finish that story, make it include some cool artwork, and then make a beautiful book out of it, like more, that that people would actually want to own. And the way the way I'm thinking of setting it up is basically saying, hey, go to this site and claim your book, and it's connected to the ID of the NFT you own, so that not that one guy can claim 2,500 books, and we'll only print like as many books as there are squirrels. So that's
Yeah.
basically the limited edition. And I think that could be
that's
really cool.
That's that's really awesome. So there's going to be, what is it, 2,500 squirrels?
Yeah.
And so 2,500 books are going to be published?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, not, I think 2,500 plus the original squirrel owners. Like, yeah, it's good that you mentioned that. So this is like a follow-up drop, right? Our second drop.
Mhm.
And what I think is really cool is making sure that every new thing that you do includes like benefits for the people having previous iterations of whatever you did, right? So we had the convicted squirrels, and there were I think 1,202 of those. Actually, if you scroll up, the green guy in the top of the site, he has a name tag, I think. Let's see.
Yeah. 1,202.
Yeah. That's the number. And so the
Oh,
story,
smart.
right. So and we worked that in a few ways. But the story was like they some of them like were executed, and they came back as zombies. So you're gonna have like 1,202 convicted squirrels, and then another thing that we didn't want to do was do like the generic 10K drop or whatever, for both practical reasons. Well, mostly for practical reasons, because like a lot of projects launch, and then you have like 10,000 of them, and they immediately like drop to a scary low number because the buying pressure isn't there.
Yeah.
And people are basically minting to hoping they get a rare one, and then from there on out, like the 9,000 other ones are, well, no one wants them, right? And it's that we wanted to avoid that by reducing the supply on one hand, but also just by making something that looks cool. Like I'm biased, of course, but I think they look cool.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Like it's I was talking, we did an AMA yesterday in the Discord, and like we were talking about the art, and I'm probably the worst artist in the country, maybe the world. So it's a good thing they didn't let me draw anything. But like some of the projects that launch, like I could probably draw them, and nothing wrong with that. Like if it works, it works. But we wanted to make something cool.
Yeah.
So on the examples that you see there are the first iteration, and after this we actually hired another artist to do some shading and coloring work, and I think they look even better now. But it's everything it's been pretty hectic, so we haven't been able to update the examples you see there. I mean, they look good already, but they became even more sexier.
Sweet. Where can we see those new ones, like through
the? Wait. Probably they're on Twitter. Wait.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
I can pull up Twitter.
I think I did a post. Wait. Oh yeah, there they are.
I'm on your Twitter right now.
Yeah, if you go to the third, there it is. Like the GIF.
Oh yeah. The colors definitely shine bright, shine even better.
Yeah, they look better. So we did that, and it just looks better if there's background and shading.
Yeah.
So
I like that a lot.
And they're cool. And so we looked at like the artwork factor, which was important to us, and then the lore factor. Like, I mean, if you're into that, I think we're writing a pretty cool story for people. It's a fiction story. Well, you wouldn't expect a real story with zombie squirrels, but
yeah.
Based on true events. No, so that's and I was telling you before, we were like originally we had the Halloween launch planned, and we had to move that a few days because of the IMX issues that we were running into. There was some kind of weird error that a few other collections also had, with the metadata not being shown. Like, as you can hear, I'm not sure what the details were, but whatever. And so we had to move it. And then, like, the next thing you have to figure out, we looked at a few different projects launching, and some of them were really smooth, and some of them were, as smooth as sandpaper. So we wanted to stay away from the sandpaper launch.
For sure.
And I think
I was part of both.
Yeah, really? Well, yeah. Like, we were talking before. Like, I had two very different experiences, and it just sucks. Like, I mean, it I don't know if it leaves a lasting impression on the collection. Like, I assume if it's good, it'll it won't have that much of an influence. But it's just not fun when the launch goes completely sideways. You want to have it be nice and not have the whole drama around it.
Yeah.
So and like for us, it also helped out because that's another thing. Like, we started doing this, and then you do marketing, but being punctual is not not something that is really held high in crypto. So a lot of things that we set up were like, you were perfect. Like, you were really quick, and everything we talked about you did, but you're not the norm. Like, you're the exception.
That's funny, because I felt like I was a little bit later at responding with you.
No, man.
That just because it's been a hectic week for me. So
no,
I appreciate that.
We had things set up for what was that? Like, last week on Monday, and some of those I still I'm still waiting on them. It's it's rough. So we had a little bit of a slow start also in the Discord, and we're growing pretty well. I think we're approaching 5,000 people now.
Okay, so double the amount of people than it's available. That's always interesting.
Yeah, for us that was really important, right? Because and also, like, it's funny, we because you start doing this, and I was looking at one project, and they had 70,000 people in Discord. This was a while ago, right? And that was an ETH project, and then they didn't sell out. So that were really, really scared me.
Yeah.
Because like if that means that I'm way off, not a little, but way.
The
But
Discord could have been botted though as well.
yeah, well, that was probably what was going on, because I've already I've also seen projects with 10K or 8K sell out 10K
Mhm.
collections, but that sort of scared me, like 70,000 and you still can't make it. That's pretty weird.
Yeah. That was a 10K project.
Yeah, that was a 10K project.
Got you. Yeah.
So but you have these enormous, gigantic projects, and it's admirable. But like you said, like if I look at activity, we have a pretty active Discord, and like I've seen more activity in our 5K one than in some 20K ones.
Yeah.
So probably,
Same.
like you're probably right.
Same.
Yeah.
This is a little bit off topic, but like, launch is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I haven't really further looked into it, but is there any chance for those like watching this video that are just hearing about the project to get in on launch, or are they going to have to pick up off secondary market, or yeah?
No, yeah, well, launch is officially the day after tomorrow, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The third.
But,
No problem. But we have the pre-sale starts tomorrow.
oh, okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
At 8. Let's see, 8 p.m. UTC, and like I'm talk to the developers this afternoon, and they're confident they'll make it. So let's I'm confident if they are confident. But what we could do is do something where, like, the first, I don't know, let's say the first 25 people that come into Discord and basically say, hey, I came through Crypto Chris, they can get whitelist.
Cool.
Like we don't have whitelist, we have deathlist.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's way better. But so deathlist, the difference is you can mint one day earlier, and the price is 0.06, and the public sale price is 0.08.
Okay.
So if you come into the Discord and mention that they came through you, I'm happy to put them on a deathlist.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, if you're watching that, take advantage of that. Shoot,
Yeah.
0.02 ETH, saving that much now is becoming a bigger and bigger deal with Ethereum kind of skyrocketing.
I remember, I'm so old that I remember ETH at $300.
I mean, hey, that wasn't that long ago.
No, I know.
Yeah, we're at like 800 beginning of the year, and
yeah,
obviously
weird.
Last year even more than that. I mean, less than that.
Yeah. No, you're right. Let's see if there's something else I want to cover.
We were on the minting side, and you just said that you would hand out some more death lists. So the private mint is tomorrow, and they can, I'd assume, just mint through the website, and it's going to be similar to the Bad Grandmas, I guess, to where you're going to pay like a very like small fee.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Was it $10 to $15? And
like they're you can go two roads. Like you can go, like the way they describe it is, let me see, L1 M2, and basically what it means is that the either you do everything on IMX, so the payment and then the minting, etc., or you do the payment through MetaMask and then the actual minting happens on IMX, right?
Yep.
And like the minting, all that stuff is the expensive stuff, because if I send you ETH, that's, I mean, like you just said, that's going to be like $10-15 if I just send you ETH to your wallet. But if I mint something and the smart contract has to do all kinds of stuff, whatever it does, you can get into like 100, 150, and if you're you're unlucky, way more. Like I remember trying to mint something and it was like $1,200.
Yeah.
And it failed. That was even worse.
Oh, you lost that?
Yes. Well, I only lost $600, but
that's painful. I had an ETH loss of 300 one time. I was I was converting one crypto to another,
Yeah.
and it was a $300 fee, and yeah, it fell through the blockchain, and I like cried myself to sleep that night.
Yes, I know.
It's
So
the
weird.
worst. They really just take money and burn it. Why don't you?
Yeah. So blame Vitalik.
Yeah, no joke.
But what we did was go with the MetaMask route, where basically you say we'll do the payment on ETH network, and like you said, it's going to be like $10-15. Like naturally, I would prefer to do everything on IMX, but the reason we didn't was that I saw quite a few botched launches, like things
Mhm.
that just didn't go right, and I don't want to I don't want that to happen here, and also like the risk reward seems off, right? I mean, I'm basically you'll be able to mint this for, I don't know, 10-15 times less than what you would normally pay, and I'd rather have it be zero, but if it's $10 or $15, I can live with that. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
but it's a good trade-off. Like and also like it's easier, right? I mean, I think most of the people listening here know how the MetaMask stuff works.
Mhm.
Like the IMX stuff is still new and harder, I imagine, for most.
Now, is it going to be like that similar process to Bad Grandma's? Because I know it's the same cost.
Yeah,
And
like
I'm just I'm saying that for familiarity, because I just minted theirs like
yeah,
last week or whenever it was, and it was as simple as like going to the website, minting, paying that whatever $10-15, and it
yeah,
took like maybe under 10 minutes to get my Bad Grandma token, and then to show up in Immutable. So it
yeah,
was really like just
exactly.
easy.
Like same for me. I was in there too because I talked to like the project owner, and he's a really cool guy, and that was one of the launches that we looked at as a proof of concept, right? Like
Yeah.
which route will you take, and that just went super smooth, and very similar to any other NFT project I've been in. Like just like you said, you do the MetaMask transaction and it just works. And I've had another one where, I mean, it took me 5 tries, and then the thing said, well, you're gonna get your NFT within 1 business day, and like it felt medieval. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know nothing like not seeing that ETH in your wallet and then just
Yeah,
waiting on the
yeah.
token to arrive for 24 hours.
And like you can imagine the chaos that ensues when you do that, like in the Discord as well, right? People will go nuts. Yeah,
Pun intended.
yeah. Yeah, well, it wasn't
Um,
intended, but it was. But you picked it up. Yeah, that's good.
I liked it. I do have a question, just while you're here. So, number 2 on it is that 25% of the minting revenue goes straight into the Zombie community wallet. So
Yeah.
is this something that's going to kind of be like voted on? Because I see down here, it says like, do we introduce brains tokens? Do we sweep floors, start liquidity pool, find a zombie charity? It says you decide. So is that like polls that we're going to be having on,
Yeah,
Discord or Twitter or?
the way I'm thinking about that is similar to a DAO, where every NFT you hold will be 1 vote.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if there are zombie charities, but if there are, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But no, where that came from, like you start making the roadmap, right? And we do the same thing everyone does. Basically, you go through other projects and you see what's cool, what's not, and a lot of these things are like copy paste from each other. Like if I change out the project name, I have a new roadmap.
Yeah.
And we wanted to avoid that. And at the same time that we were doing this, you have that whole thing going on with OpenSea, where they banned a collection, or they kicked it off the platform for something like the fact that they could possibly be a financial instrument or something. I'm not sure how they worded it, but it was something like where they were distributing revenue or recurring like commissions to holders.
Oh, it was probably a security
Yes,
violation
yeah,
quote.
exactly.
At least in the U.S.,
Yes,
they've been trying to get people for that.
yeah. Well, and we saw that, and then because like the 25% thing is there, and for the convicted squirrels, we have something in place where they profit of the we take a part of the recurring commissions over the secondary sales volume, and every month we do sort of like a drawing, and a certain number of squirrel holders get that distributed amongst them. So when you see that, we had to figure out, like, are we in danger of being kicked off?
Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
right? Yeah. So uh, and then we came up with the idea of a token, like a lot of other collections do the same. But I can figure all that out, but it's probably easier if I just ask holders, like, what do you feel is important? Like, should
Yeah.
we sweep floors? Like, do you want me to do the liquidity pool thing? I'm open to anything, but it's better if I ask them instead of me coming up with, maybe I come up with something that they don't really care about. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's a really smart way to lead a project. And, just being aware of like what could happen, with a DAO is important too. But I mean, you have people that do it right. I mean, there's like CyberKongs, that
Yeah.
obviously is like one of the well-known DAOs or well-known projects that rewards holders, based on a token in their ecosystem. And, they're still up and running. And there's quite a few more out there. That, to my knowledge, that silly act of trying to ban it comes from like a law that was written in like 1930s or 1940s in the US. And they're that's what they're trying to pull out and say that some of these projects, and even Coinbase had a similar security violation that they had an issue with. It's just silly. It's grabbing at thin air, but another topic for another time. But I think you guys are doing it right by at least being aware of, that.
No, well, you have to, like you said, you have to be aware of it, and if you see it happening, it makes more sense to steer clear of it and make sure that you don't get caught up in that 1930s law, because it's we agree that it's stupid, but I mean, it still sucks if you get kicked off. Like and that being said, I think the collection that happened to was also the same one that was involved in that whole insider trading scandal that they had. So it might have something to do with that too, right? I'm not sure, but, right? You never know, but it's better to be careful and not suffer the consequences.
Absolutely. So yeah, we have talking about Immutable in 1, zombie community wallet in 2, kind of structured like a DAO, which is really cool. You're gonna have votes, possibly per holder. Publish a book and actually get a hardback book. I mean, that's awesome in my opinion.
I have one more thing. This is like pretty fresh. Let me see if I can share that with you, because like a lot of people, you'll actually be the first one to see it, apart from me.
And apart from maybe apart from those watching, or
you'll
gotcha.
Actually be really the first one. Because one of the things, a question that comes up, like I know that IMX is like the word of the day right now is the metaverse, right? People want integration in that. Even though I don't think 99% people have an image of what the metaverse is or will look like.
Yeah, and most of the projects that try to advertise it might not get there.
Yeah, well, of course, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same. Like I remember a few weeks ago, it was games. Like every project was working on a game, and they were releasing a game. I've seen Precious Little Games, by the way.
You're gonna get like Red Dead Redemption Squirrel Edition, or something like that.
Like we figured, like whatever the metaverse is going to look like it's probably going to be like a 3D thing. like I'm from the generation that's played the original Super Mario Brothers, and that was 2D, and I don't think we're going back, unfortunately. But so what we're doing, it doesn't make sense to start developing your own thing. I think I might be wrong, but based on the business experience that I've had, I think that we'll see 1 or 2 or 3 big players launch something, and then you'll be able to integrate your project into their world.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
Yeah. So what we're doing, I sent you the DM through Twitter. We're working on like making them into 3D models, and making them like compliant or usable in whatever future game or world will be created. And that's
awesome.
I think that's
sick.
the main thing that, or maybe the only thing that you can do as a collection. Like if you really look at what they're trying to build, that's going to be millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it's not realistic to say, like, here's my NFT project and I'm going to create an entire universe with my my budget. Not going to happen. But, I can integrate my stuff into that world. So I sent you one of the early 3D models. Feel free to show that.
Okay, I was about to ask if you wanted
I know.
to show it or not. There's already integration like happening with some projects. I don't know if, like, I'm involved with the Bizarros.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think I'm losing my camera. Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. I think I lost my camera, but it's okay. We, probably. But I'm involved with Bizarros, and they are taking other projects, and they're like a little, they have their own little game, and they're integrating other projects into their game. So say you have your little Bizarros and you're on a mission, and you go down, you go down this like kind of creepy place. You might actually run into some zombie squirrels, and it kind of plays into the storyline and stuff. So
that makes way more sense.
Yeah, so I think being able to use that, have an app. Sorry, guys, for whoever's watching this, by the way. But being able to use that integration is going to be really cool for the future. And like you said, instead of saying we're going to create our own metaverse, we're going to be able to be interoperable to be used in other metaverses. Like, that's smart.
Yeah, exactly. And like for that, you would need the 3D model. Like, this is one of the early concepts that we got. Like, I'll be sharing that in the Twitter and the Discord later, but you're the first one to see that.
Sweet.
But you can do some real cool stuff with this.
Well, you got it here first. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm trying to get my my camera back up and running.
There's the original Nintendo controller.
What's that? Oh, yeah. My background. I'm glad you recognize that greatness.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Here we go. But yeah, this is super sweet.
Oh,
so this is actually the first look at the at this specific 3D model, right?
Yeah, what we're trying to, because you have a few different like file sizes and formats you can have these things made in, and it really depends. Like, you can make them so that they're printable by a 3D printer. But if you wanna have like a character that moves, etc., it needs to have some different dimensions, and that's what we're trying to build. So to make sure that he can actually, walk around and jump, get in a tree or what. He's a bit fat, but it should be
sick.
That should be doable.
Really sick. Heck yeah, I love that. I really do. I like the Bitcoin on his crown.
Yeah, that's some nice details.
You're talking about like using a 3D printer to print it. One, that's really cool, but I mean, it almost looks like you could attach, this to a keychain. Like have his chain come out right here and then attach that to a keychain. That'd be really sick.
That would be fun, right? Yeah, I see. Like, and like for these things, like when we were doing the AMA yesterday in the Discord, the way that I got into NFTs was actually because I was involved in a project, and it was really cool, and I was really into it. And then the owners of the project, took their money and ran away. which
Oof.
was less cool.
Yeah, definitely not cool.
Considerably. Yeah.
Not a cool thing to do.
And I had all these, I had some great ideas, because there's so much cool stuff that you can do. But if they're gone, I mean, they're gone, and the project dies. So that's, for me, one of the reasons that I got into this in the first place. But it's, I think that if you have a motivated team that's fired up about their product and that actually wants to do something with this and is open to, collaborate with other collections, I'm very confident in the future of those kinds of projects. It's just you need to find them, because there's if you've been in the NFT space for a while as well. I mean, it's almost inevitable that you get like rug pulled.
Yeah.
It really sucks. I mean,
Yeah, it does.
yeah, and it's so not just the money, but it's just the money sucks as well, of course. But it's if you're really fired up about something, and then it all turns out to be basically bullshit. It sort of hurts. Like it's no fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you get my
lose
point.
you lose a few points for humanity a little bit.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
You're just kind of like, I trusted you and you screwed it up.
And all of a sudden they're gone.
That hurt. Yeah. Yeah. I've definitely been involved, and even worse because I'm a content creator. I mean, there's been projects that I'm really excited about, like genuinely excited about. And if they got rugged or something went south, it's like, I got screwed by that as well. And people that watched the videos might've got screwed, and they might've thought I was involved with it. And it's like, no, I was excited about it. I was just documenting like what I'm excited about. If you decide to rug squirrels next week, then it's like, I'm sorry.
I mean, that will be a plot twist,
right?
No, but like
great setup
in the Discord, we because it's a legitimate concern, and I completely get it. And we in the Discord we wrote there's a channel called the Squirrelverse, because we're planning to, we had the first drop, and this is the second one, and we have more plans after this one. But the first one, that's good to mention. Like we have 5,000 people in Discord, but we have I don't know, 40,000 people on Twitter or something, and it's weird.
I don't think I even realized that.
No, well, if you see it, I mean, you're like, ooh, what's this? What do we have? 36.7K. Yeah. And it's weird, and it doesn't, it doesn't smell right. And the reason, we when we were doing the original drop, we hired a marketing team, and they were very confident. They had a few other launches under their belt, and they had a track record. We're very confident about being able to sell out, and they started doing giveaways with win an iPhone and win $1,000 and by retweeting and following us, and that gets you a gigantic amount of followers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're looking for that really works. Except we also had 14K in Discord, but I'm not sure how many real people there were, but it wasn't many. And that screwed us up more or less, and also screwed that launch up. And so you have that, and it doesn't go the way you want it to go, right?
Right.
And then you have the talk amongst the people that I work with, what are we doing now? And we had some really cool people in our project. Then you build a community, and you have some people that you like, and some people that are similar to me in the other project. I mean, it wasn't my life savings or anything, but you invest a couple $1,000, and for us, that was the main reason for immediately saying, well, I mean, this didn't work out as we planned, but we're going to make the best of it, create a new collection, learn from the mistakes, and not repeat that again. And that's the result of the zombie squirrels. And as a added benefit, like we're getting good traction, and we have a limited amount. So I'm confident that we'll sell out. But it also shows people that the chances of us rock pulling are pretty slim, or this is like the most convoluted long rug pull in the world. Like that would be like,
Yeah,
a weird master plan.
yeah.
But
Been planning it for a long
that was
time.
behind that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm super excited that there's only 2,500. Nothing against other like 10K projects. It's just there's a lot of them right now, and 10K is a lot to sell. So
True.
yeah,
And
I'm interested to see how 2,500 does.
And not just a lot to sell, but also a lot to like to keep a floor for, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't hurt the bored apes or the mutant apes, etc., or the Kongs, but like that's saying like that's like you should play the lottery because some people that win it are really rich. Well, it's true, but it's not a real good recipe for success in general. Like a lot of these things fail, so it makes more sense to keep it a little smaller.
Will there be any sort of rarity checker or rarity in place with 2,500? Or okay,
that's a good one. Like someone asked that yesterday, and I think the rarity tools guys haven't. I haven't seen any IMX projects on there yet.
Okay.
I was expecting them to be there, but I don't know if you know this, but I couldn't find the crows. I couldn't find the crows and the bros.
Yeah.
So either they haven't like integrated that yet, or they have some backlog, because I know that they have a lot of stuff going on. But like we definitely we have all the rarity in like in a spreadsheet, of course, and we can release that. And I know that the Token Trove guys have recently implemented that percentage feature that the OpenSea has as well, right? Where you see so definitely that's definitely on the map. I'm just not sure like if the current like the vendors that do that, if they're already integrating IMX project.
That makes sense. And yeah, Token Trove is I posted a video on it today, just being like navigating it, because it's such a valuable resource to IMX projects. Because if you're just on Immutable X, you're kind of limited to search filters. I mean, you can only search like newest listing, highest price, and lowest price. I don't feel like there's people that are just coming onto Immutable X that know about Token Trove. Even being involved with some of the launch projects recently, like Bad Grandmas, a lot of people had no clue how to look at stuff, That, like, I saw people panicking, like, oh gosh, like nothing's selling, blah blah blah. And I'm looking here on Token Trove, and like there's something selling every 5 minutes.
I know.
So definitely a valuable resource to be able to navigate Token Trove and understand it for IMX projects.
I think that's a real valuable service, because the like you said, the native marketplace, like it's fine, but it's missing a few like crucial things that people also expect to find in a marketplace, right?
Yeah. Like if you want to filter, like I want the squirrel, like this squirrel, like with this shirt on, this polo shirt on, and it's like there's no way to do that through Immutable. But on Token Trove, you can literally go to, I'm assuming it's going to say like shirt or clothes or something, and then you can do polo, and then oh look, there they all are. Here's the floor price of those that have a polo on. It's just super convenient if being able to use it and
like what would be awesome, if you think about it, for Token Trove to sort of introduce that rarity feature similar to rarity tools, right? I mean
absolutely.
Like it's a right now it's a wide open market. Like I imagine that rarity tools is looking into this, but I've worked with them in getting on that upcoming list, and that takes a while. So they must have mega backlog. But the same goes for IMX as well, by the way. So they're pretty busy as well.
Well, that's really cool. Is there anything, I guess, else in general you'd like to add to the project or yourself, or anything? You gave us some really valuable information, I feel like, during this interview, and even a couple of sneak peeks on the 3D model and stuff. That's really cool. So I appreciate that.
No problem. Let's see. No, man. Like the short summary is that we're launching on the 3rd, so the day after tomorrow. We're doing the pre-sale tomorrow at 8 p.m. UTC, and like the first 25 people that get in our Discord and mention that they found us through you will be death listed, which means they can
Sweet.
participate in pre-sale.
Do I count in those 25?
You'll be number 26.
Oh, okay. Dang, I missed the cut.
No, I don't want to take that away from your followers. So you're in regardless,
Okay.
and then the next 25 as well.
Got you. Well, I appreciate you coming on again and sharing all the information with us. I'm super excited for launch and to be a part of a 2,500
Cool.
mint project. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for having me, and looking forward to doing this and initiating the squirrel apocalypse.
Absolutely. And also, like, I always, I'm always up for follow up. In a couple weeks from now, you want to give some updates, come in and
Cool.
jump on. Feel free just to message me and we'll figure it out.
Let's do it.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. I think there's quite a few of you that have been in here the whole time or that kind of came through. So thank you for that. Hope this was some valuable information for you guys. Hope you're able to maybe get on that death list and mint a zombie squirrel. So
awesome.
Until next time, everybody. Peace out.
Thanks, Chris. Bye now.
Thank you.